JBNN, we keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, man fatally stabbed in dispute allegedly over woman in Mandeville, say police. Police are probing the stabbing death of a man who was allegedly attacked by another, following a reported dispute over a woman in Mandeville on Saturday morning. Police have not yet released the identity of the victim. A senior police source said that the two men were reportedly embroiled in an argument when sharp instruments were drawn and used to inflict wounds on each other. The men were taken to hospital, where one was pronounced dead and the other admitted. Two men were fighting over a woman. They stabbed each other. They were taken to hospital by citizens. One died and the other is in critical condition, said the police source. Another credible source said the incident happened about 7 a.m. behind a plaza in the vicinity of Plaza Road and Perth Road. The area is popularly known for prostitution. Statistics from the police up to June 30 for Manchester show that 24 murders were recorded since the start of the year, in comparison to 23 for the corresponding period last year. One in custody following gun and ammo seizure. A man is in police custody after a team of officers seized an illegal gun and 13 rounds of ammunition during a joint police-military operation in Berkshire District on the border of St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland on Saturday. Reports are that about 5 a.m., lawmen were in the area when a premises that was occupied by a man was searched. During the search, one Taurus .38 revolver with 6.38 rounds of ammunition was found in his possession. A further search was conducted and an additional 7.38 rounds of ammunition was found at another section of the premises. Closer examination revealed that several lead sheets with identity information of people residing overseas were also found in his possession. He was subsequently taken into custody. However, his identity has been withheld pending further investigation. Portmore brothers charged with abduction after children found at Back Road Hotel. Two brothers are among three men charged with abduction in relation to three girls who were found at a hotel on Port Henderson Road in Portmore, St. Catherine last Sunday. The area is also referred to as Back Road. They are 19-year-old Kenrick Smalling, his sibling 21-year-old Ricky Smalling, both from Brayton Phase 1 in Greater Portmore, and a 19-year-old Andre Barrett of 7 East, also in Greater Portmore. They were charged with abduction of a child under 16-year-old by investigators assigned to the St. Catherine South Center for the investigation of sexual offences and child abuse. The three minors, who are girls, met with the man and went to a hotel in the area, the police said in a statement Friday evening. It took place around 4:30 p.m. One of the children's mother reportedly learned about the incident and contacted the police. The men ran as the police arrived. However, they were intercepted along the New Lund Main Road where they were arrested. They were charged after they were questioned in the presence of their attorneys. Their court date has not yet been finalized. Bondog charged with murder of Kingston chef. A 22-year-old Tyler has been charged with last month's murder of 29-year-old chef Damien Cummings, who was attacked in the Sunlight Street community where he lived in downtown Kingston. The accused man is Nicole Waldron, otherwise called Bondog, from Walker's Crescent, Campbell Boulevard in Kingston 11. Waldron is charged with murder, conspiracy to murder, possession of prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. The Denham Town Police say about 1 p.m. on June 22, citizens heard explosions coming from the Sunlight Street area and summoned the police. Upon their arrival, Cummings was seen lying face down in a yard with gunshot wounds. He was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Waldron was arrested on Friday. He was charged later that day following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. Everybody is taking it hard. A sense of devastation has swept over two families in Seaford Town, Westmoreland, as they grapple with the heartbreaking news of the death of their loved ones in a fiery plane crash that occurred in the United States on Sunday. The victims, identified as 32-year-old Tanik Shue, her 7-year-old son Sean Gardner, Shue's friend, 42-year-old Suzette Coleman Edwards, another Jamaican, and her 17-year-old daughter Odessia Edwards died tragically when the private aircraft they were traveling in crashed shortly after takeoff in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Shue, a former student of the Anchovy High School, had been residing in New Jersey for a number of years, while Sean, who has been living with his father in Jamaica, had gone to spend the summer holidays with his mom. The youngster attended the Mount Alvernia Preparatory School in Montego Bay and was expected back in class on September 4. The incident has thrown the Seaford Town community, their loved ones and the school family at Mount Alvernia into immense grief. Everybody's taking it hard. My brother is devastated. Sean was his only child. It's rough, very rough. Everyone is rallying around him to try to keep him up because he's worrying like crazy, wondering how he's going to live without his son. Kenny Gardner, uncle of the dead child, said. He said his brother has taken the death so badly, he wants to sell the car he had been using to transport his son to school. Everybody's staying with him to ensure he has company so he doesn't think about it too much, said Gardner. He said his sister-in-law was a very nice person. She was outgoing and liked to explore. She was visiting South Carolina with her friends for the weekend when the incident occurred. At the same time, the serene halls of Mount Vernon Preparatory in Montego Bay have been enveloped in an atmosphere of sorrow and disbelief as the close-knit school community is wrestling with the heartbreaking loss of Sean. His grade 1 teacher, Roberta Foster, said he was still in a daze, trying to come to terms with the idea of whether the incident had really taken place. Is this real? I kept asking myself. I was so shocked when I heard of his death. I was unable to focus, said Foster. He was such a loving, caring and helpful child. The educator said Sean was at school up to June 12. Foster spoke of a child who was able to grasp things easily and give compliments with ease. Principal of the Catholic Educational Institution, Grace Sharion, spoke of a sweet, promising little fellow who had so much impact on her that her heart pained at the thought that he had died. It just pulls your heartstrings. I don't know what to say. He was such a cheerful child, Sharion said. Reports carried across the U.S. state said that the aeroplane, a Piper PA-32R-300, crashed 2 miles into the flight. The aircraft was being flown by owner-operator Dr. Joseph Fernies of a New Jersey address. Call Yahweh retains Champagne after members slapped with abuse charges. The St. James-based religious group Call Yahweh, which is now the center of a series of police investigations regarding allegations of breaches of the Child Care Protection Act, has retained King's Counsel Peter Champagne as their attorney. This after 18 people were charged with breaches of the Child Care Protection Act as investigations continue into activities that have taken place at the compound in Paradise, St. James. Those charged have been granted bail and are scheduled to appear before the St. James Parish Court on July 19, 2023. In the meantime, 7 other individuals were arrested on reasonable suspicion of involvement in other offences. They were placed in safe custody pending further investigations. The charges come following several inquiries, interviews, and recording of statements after a multi-agency operation was conducted on June 30, 2023, in partnership with the Ministry of Health. As a result of this operation, 22 individuals were escorted to the Montego Bay Police Station for questioning. They are Rebecca Gallimore and Christopher Anderson, Jodian Spence and Oral Spence, Osei Foskin, Ingrid Williams, Ryan Letmon, Francine Paris, Ronalie Maitland, Fabian Nelson, Melisha Thompson and Javon Thompson, Alisa Medley Bennett, Nikisha Harding and Derek Clark, Omar Thompson, Vera Woolery and Neil Spence. The offences range from breaches of the Child Care and Protection Act to breaches of the Marriage Act. Following their interviews, all accused were offered station bail and are booked to appear in the St. James Parish Court. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF says their ongoing investigations aim to arrest and charge other individuals implicated in the offence detected. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF says their ongoing investigations aim to arrest and charge other individuals implicated in the offences detected. The JCF says it remains steadfast in its commitment to safeguarding the rights and well-being of children and will vigorously pursue all available avenues to ensure justice is served. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.